News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone as we have 10:35. It's now time for one of our favorite monthly features and one of our favorite people, Lisa Workman, in with Fergus Falls Chamber on the air. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Dave. 10:35. We are on time. I think this is the only time of the entire month that I'm on time. Radio, being on time is not really yet one of my strong suits. I work on it. So I thank everyone for tuning into Chamber on the Air. And this is one of my favorite times of the month where we get to feature a few of our chamber members, tell a little bit more information, share their stories. And, we want to make sure that the world is, connected and has correct information. So
exactly.
We're going to work on that today. So, but first, I'm going to share a little bit about some chamber things going on. So, just wanted to follow up with, with Mayor Ben Shire being on the air and talking about leadership and some roles throughout the communities. Just want to touch on that. We're kind of sharing that educational format in our Ignite Community Leadership Program. So we just launched our pilot program last week. We've had one session. We have 9 participants in the pilot program. And our goals for that are to help provide leadership skills for folks in our community, as well as make connections to the community, including letting them know some about those leadership roles that are available, whether it's school boards or townships, cities, counties, that type of thing. So it's great that there is an organization like West Central Initiative offering that overall training or opportunities for folks, and then we're pairing with that as it is a workforce strategy designed to provide our employers with great people with super awesome leadership skills, as well as making those personal connections in the community so that they want to stay here for forever. So we're going to talk a little bit more about some of those things on our show today, too. Coming up today, you can come to a really fun chamber event today, literally right next door to Layton Media, across the street from Pizza Ranch in Fergus Falls, right behind Hardee's, kitty corner from Maurice's. We are having a ribbon cutting ceremony at the Fergus Inn for the brand new owners. Today we'll be cutting the ribbon and celebrating. There'll be refreshments and tours of the Fergus Inn at 1:30, and everyone is invited. And since they have a lot of rooms there will be a lot of room for people to wander around and get a tour. So hope to see you at Fergus Inn today at 1:30 p.m. for a big ribbon cutting ceremony. We've got also for the Chamber on the docket this month, we've got a couple more of our Ignite Community Leadership sessions for our pilot program. And our calendar is full for May, but we're going to wait till May to talk about that. April is such a fun month because there are so many things going on in the month of April. And we have Amy Baldwin joining us with the Ottertail County Community Development Association? Agency.
Yes.
Oh, dang. See, I knew I'd get some fact wrong today. A lot of stuff going on, and through the county, workforce is a challenge for so many of our employers. I hear it, in conversations every day, and it's not just West Central Initiative or the Fergus Falls Chamber working on that, but countywide there are some great things going on, and I love this when the summit comes around because there's tools for employers. So I won't steal your thunder, but let's talk about that workforce summit.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. So Ottertail County has looked at what role can we as a county and in that geography and space play to help address the challenges that all of our employers are really experiencing in finding the right candidates, and what our role is. How can we be additive? How can we support efforts of others, making sure we're communicating and collaborating? And we brand that overall initiative as OTC Works. And OTC, of course, is Ottertail County. But in this case, we also refer to it as opportunities, training, and connections. And so we structure our work around those three pillars in workforce, and it's where we feel we can make a difference and help in that. So in the spirit of all of those things, we are hosting a summit on April 24th, so yet this month in just a few weeks at Thumper Pond. It'll be an all-day event, registration at 8:30, really kicking off, though, right at 9 o'clock with a full day of hopefully engaging sessions where people will have the opportunity to learn about, what is the current reality of workforce, and we'll have some, kind of tools and resources, as Lisa said. We're going to talk about kind of 3 broad areas, though, throughout the day, which are things that we as communities, we as employers, we as partners can make a difference in workforce. One is around recruitment, and that's something the county has worked on for a number of years, and how to bring people in their prime working age to Otter Tail County to help fill those workforce needs. That recruitment might come from a county next door, it might come from a state next door, it might come from another country. And so we need to be thinking about that in how to incorporate those people into the community, kind of as Lisa just talked about. How do we help make those connections and help people find their place? So we'll be talking about recruitment, also talking about youth, because youth are literally our workforce of tomorrow, right?
And some of them even today.
And so we'll be highlighting some work that's been happening around youth engagement and youth exploration in careers, and how employers can continue to be involved in that and support those efforts. And then the third area, which I already kind of touched on, is about that welcoming workplace. How do you think about that from a generational, from a culture, from a, just all those components of how to create a welcoming workplace and understand what that means in today's world. And so,
work is so much more than just showing up to do a job anymore. And what I heard growing up, and what, messages that my parents maybe had said about, you just show up on time, do your work, and go home and forget about it. That has changed completely. There are so many choices out there for folks. And as employers, we need to have that environment that people feel welcome and want to stay. So great topic for folks that, and if you think you have a great culture in your workplace already, there's opportunity, I bet, to make it better.
Absolutely. And so we'll have employers talking about how they've been doing that. And so it's really some peer-to-peer. We have nonprofits, manufacturers, healthcare. So really a broad range of industries who will be part of panels and presentations to talk about how they're doing it. This isn't, an academic kind of session. It's really practical and things that hopefully everyone can leave with something that they can take back to their workplace and implement, whether, again, it's engaging youth, making a change to their hiring practice or hiring process or onboarding process as they bring new folks on, and bring something back that's practical and effective in improving their personal situation of hiring.
Absolutely. So this is a great summit, great workshop, hands-on, not just people spewing facts at you, that's for sure. Because I've been to these summits, and for the workforce, it is fantastic. It'll be at Thumper Pond, April 24th. But you need folks to register. How can they do that?
Yeah, so there is no charge to attend. We want to make this accessible to everybody. It will include a lunch, which is the primary reason we need people to sign up.
Yes.
so one that will literally have a chair for you to sit in, and then also a lunch for you to eat. So folks can sign up at ottertailcounty.gov/OTC-works, or just visit the county website. Go to the main calendar. It's on there for April 24th. It's on the chamber calendar. So lots of different places that you can find it. Just go ahead and sign up through that Eventbrite link. And if you can't find it or just want to quickly send me a note, you can certainly reach out to me directly and we'll get you signed up as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. And this is open to anyone to attend. You're get some great skills, learn some great things, make some awesome connections of people making things happen in their work situation throughout the county. So, Amy, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Looking forward to that event in a couple weeks.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa.
You bet. We're going to shift gears. We're going to talk about puppies and kitties and all things fluffy and furry with Chris Cannon with the Otter Tail County Humane Society. And Chris, I saw that you guys are on the home stretch.
That's right. We are on the home stretch of our capital campaign fundraiser.
That is fantastic. Congratulations. A lot of hard work,
you.
and thank you to everyone who's made donations already. So tell us about what's coming up. I know there are some activities.
Yes, absolutely. Lots going on for us in April here at the Humane Society of Otter Tail County. We are 75% towards our fundraising goal.
That is
of
amazing.
$2 million. Yep. Yeah, we're getting
Congratulations.
there. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of hard work. We couldn't do it without the community, that's for sure. It's a very generous area. And as you know, we're completely private, nonprofit, 100% rely on community donations. So everything that comes into us gets used at the shelter as well.
It's not going somewhere else, which is...
It is not going anywhere else.
And you guys need it for this big new project.
That's right. That's right. We are hoping to break ground on an additional 3,800 square feet at our existing location.
Wow, that'll be a huge use of space in expansion.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, the thing about it is we're not really adding any extra kennel space to hold any more animals. We're trying to do things that increase our efficiency to get more animals adopted more quickly.
Sure.
So with that, we're, planning on upgraded medical space, better stress mitigation items for our kennels, for example, pulley doors for dogs, upgraded viewing area for potential adopters, and, indoor play area too.
Right.
It's,
That's
it's so
important.
needed.
Yeah. Typically we have winter.
Yeah, typically. Yeah.
And that's hard on the animals too. And Chris, too, you also talked about, because I'm sure people ask, well, how many more animals will you be able to house? Well, the housing them isn't your goal. Homing them is
Right.
really the goal. And this renovation and expansion will allow, as I have seen, a great welcome spot where it's a little less chaotic when future families are meeting their forever pups and kittens and that type of thing too, which again will help in that adoption phase.
Absolutely. Yes. And in fact, we are offering naming rights for the different pieces of our shelter.
Ooh.
And one of the items.
What a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Show your love.
Yeah, exactly. One of the items left is actually our meet and greet for our cat room. So,
Okay.
yeah, we want that to be a private, more homey space.
Sure.
Couch TV, kind of simulate a living room. So that way, you can kind of see the cats in a little bit more of a normal environment rather than the kennel area. But yeah, the meet and greet cat room, we're offering, naming rights for that, where the cats can, swish their tails and,
I'm picturing our cat now, walking around flicking his tail, letting us know who's boss.
Yeah. And with that, if you've ever been in the shelter, our lobby area is also kind of functioning as our meet and greet area as well.
And that can be where animals are being surrendered or all kinds of different things going on.
Right.
It can. I've been there before where it's been like, oh my gosh, this is like a zoo.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there can be a lot going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Most of our rooms do kind of work double duty. So, we've outgrown the existing facility, and it's time to expand now.
So what are the ways that folks can contribute?
That's a great question. You can volunteer always. You can foster. We have all of that information on our website. We also have our donation links on our website, as well as our Amazon wish list.
Okay.
And that'll go towards, our normal day-to-day operations needs. Now, as far as really helping, I want to put a call out there and invite everyone to our spring fundraiser. It's going to be in town here in Fergus Falls, April 29th. That's a Monday from 5 to 7 at the VFW.
Oh, wait, is there food involved?
There is food involved.
Okay, because nobody likes to cook on Monday. Or at least
Nobody
me-
likes to cook on Monday.
Or at least me doesn't like to cook.
Or at all,
Yeah.
really. But yeah, we're...
Monday, April 29th.
Yep, absolutely. We're going to have a delicious gobble-up turkey sandwich.
Oh, yum.
Chips, coleslaw, cookie for dessert as well.
Love that.
Huge
Perfect
silent
supper.
auction. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. A lot of raffle items, too. A lot of... HSOTC merch we'll have out there for you too.
Yeah.
it's
So you
gonna be a
mentioned
good time.
silent auction, a good time to bid your friends and neighbors up high in the name of the Humane Society.
Exactly.
So it's a really a feel good way to be a part of the community, to be a part of the Humane Society, and spend some time with your friends and neighbors too.
Yeah, we do ask that you do please bid generously
Please.
to help expand our paw print.
I love that. I love that. Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. And we look forward to bringing out the golden shovels and the big scissors when the renovation is complete, too. So
Thank you.
you bet. Well, we're going to shift and we're going to talk with Nick from JK Sports and JK Outdoors, but we're focusing on the outdoors today,
JK
right?
Outdoors, yeah.
Yeah. So, Nick, kind of the JK Outdoors has really grown as kind of spawned off of JK Sports that has been in Fergus Falls for
Since 1987.
wow, that's really a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty astounding. So as of about 4 years ago, JK Outdoors spawned out of that, changing the retail over to kind of a shooting sports focused
Yes.
store. And the people that are coming in really feel like we're filling a void 700 models of firearms that we have
Wow.
in stock. So a wide variety.
Super knowledgeable and helpful staff too.
And that's kind of where we want to be, is really focusing on the customer service side, not pushy salesmen.
Right.
I feel like between Brent and myself, we really try to focus on what is going to be best for each customer. There's a wide variety on price point. I mean, something for everyone. And whether it's, going more towards a hunting firearm or an everyday carry pistol, or just for having fun at the range. It's kind of something for everyone there. So.
Right. And I know there are classes that are available through like community ed on handgun familiarization and concealed carry classes and
concealed
things like
carry.
that.
We are going to be getting involved more with the Fergus Rifle and Pistol Club with getting people information on the carry permit classes and everything. As far as the firearms too, some exciting stuff. We'll be bringing in the Benelli family of products.
Fantastic,
People
great
have been
brand.
asking since we started carrying guns about Benelli, and so Benelli will be coming in. Hopefully, products showing up within the coming months here. Some other new things that have came within the last year is suppressors are really a growing market there.
Sure.
A lot of misconceptions. People may not even know that suppressors are illegal in Minnesota, but they are becoming a lot more popular, and they're very practical too from the standpoint of hearing protection. Makes things a lot less intimidating for newer shooters. I really encourage people to just come into JK, talk with me or Brent, and get set up with that. And we can kind of walk everyone through that process.
Right, and that's what's great too, is that you're working with folks who, from everything from the experts who have collections at home to those who this is a maybe purchase. They're not even sure what they want or anything. That you guys are so knowledgeable there too.
Exactly, and that's kind of the fun thing too. I mean, we don't pretend to know things that we don't. So it's nice to get the experts in because then we can kind of pick their brains a little bit too.
Learn from customers
and we're
too.
learning.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'll definitely admit to that. And
So those that have those collections and just want to talk firearms, come to JK Outdoors.
yeah, we get plenty of people in just to come and chat, and we get stuff out of those conversations. It's fun to build the relationships with the people in the community. We still get people in that don't even know we exist. So it's the more that we see that, the better we're going to become.
Yep. Right on Lincoln Avenue, right next to Socials Bar and Grill. Easy to find.
Yep, we share the parking lot with Socials, which certainly helps with bringing people in the door.
So stop in before or after you have lunch today.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah, come in, and I mean, there's always someone out there. Daniel, Brent's son, has been helping us out a lot lately, and we all are just there to really focus on the customer service side, get people set up right, and just to throw a couple more things in there. I mean, definitely come out. Ammo availability, we have
Great
a huge
supply of
variety there. That's been a big seller for just getting people in the door. We got a great selection of knives, definitely different than any store really in the county, probably,
Right.
if not the greater area. So and any accessories, all that stuff. Just come in, check us out.
Great service. And Black Rifle Coffee Company.
That's right. We always got coffee.
Always got coffee. Well, Nick, thanks so much for joining us. I encourage everyone to stop in soon to JK Outdoors. Just take a look around, see what they have. You will be absolutely amazed at the selection and even more so by the service. So, Nick, thanks for stopping in and chatting with us on
You bet.
today.
Thanks,
You bet.
Lisa.
We are switching now to Victoria McQueen Creek with Organization for Full Participation. Got to go out and say congratulations. Big grant that you received.
Yes,
That's
yes, so
fantastic.
exciting.
Well, Victoria, tell us all about the grant and how that's going to impact our communities.
Well, so the Minnesota Black Collective is funding Black Genius, Black-led
Yeah.
Genius, which, what?
Woohoo! You
I'm a
always knew you were
genius?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I was nominated, my business was nominated, and they selected us as one of the few rural organizations that does performance improvement, and specifically works with communities and entities that are looking to shrink gaps between equity, knowledge, and skills.
Sure.
And so I'm using those funds for coaching on the business so that I can really work at building and scaling some of the things that I do. I'm also going to be using some of the funds for retreating so that I can be thinking deeply about the business.
Right.
And then also for innovation so that I can think about additional business lines that could complement the work that I already do.
Sure, developing some programs. Amy Baldwin had mentioned earlier about being a welcoming workplace. And really, you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
And you can help folks
Yes.
start. Not everybody starts in the same space, but in order to be welcoming to workers of all backgrounds, types, places, locations, philosophies, you name it, you need to be welcoming, and you have to start somewhere. And you can help.
We are all about making sure that the folks that we support and work with are able to make sure that the people that they serve and work for them and are their neighbors can prosper, can fully participate, and live up to their potential. That's what community is, right? Helping each other do that. And so this is the work that I do. And it looks different for each entity. It feels different in each entity. And we're talking about culture. We're talking about making things happen so that anybody can show up, be who they are, contribute what they have, receive what they need, and succeed and live that life that draws us to Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
And I think that's what's great is that you bring a diverse background, but also you bring Fergus Falls into the game. You live here, so the education and the training and the work that you do with companies is not something that came in a box.
No,
it's not a one size fits all.
It is not. It's not even a one size fits
anybody.
Most. It's what is exactly that you need, and I offer consultations of course complimentary so that we can explore what it is that your issues are specifically and how the services that we offer can enable you to get closer to your goal.
Sure.
Which is successful results, measurably equitable results, where you can't predict success based on someone's outcome or background, but they can do what they came to do because you've created the environment and the conditions that allow that to happen.
Right. And I think sometimes with employers, they don't know that they're not meeting their employees or their staff's needs, but they might have turnover. They see just the numbers of turnover, but you really got to take that step back and go, okay, what are we missing?
What's
why
happening?
Are people leaving?
Yes.
Right now, we are in an economy that people can choose to work just about anywhere. And people are leaving employers, if they don't feel welcome. And so you can make that switch.
Thinking about the equity summit or the summit, the
Workforce
Summit that the county is doing, that is the work that we have to be able to do. We have to be able to step back. We have to be able to assess the land and see what's going on and how are we contributing to folks feeling as if they can show up and not leave parts of themselves at the door.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
I'm wearing my Inclusion is Dope sweatshirt. And that it is really important that we are really focused and intentional about how it is that we practice welcoming and inclusivity. And so that always starts with assessment.
Yep.
What is going on? And then we move into what do we need to do in order to get to that ideal situation.
So if folks would like to sit down with you and have a conversation, maybe pursue an assessment, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Oh, hop onto our website at www.4fp.com, or they can shoot me an email at victoria@ofp.com.
And of course, as a chamber member, organization for full participation is listed on the Chamber's website too. So glad to have you on the show in our community. And again, congratulations on receiving the grant. And yes, it's confirmed you are a Black genius. So you know what? Now you know, right? Love it. So again, thank you so much. And we encourage folks to reach out to you for an assessment. If you want any more details, folks, on anything that you heard about today, get in touch with us at the Chamber. We can connect you to all the awesome people. And now we're done. Oh, yeah, that's right. It cuts off. It literally cuts off.
No overruns.
No.
On radio.
Still say goodbye for me if you want.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, TV. Sorry, Jim.
Welcome to Battle Lake, Minnesota. A great place to visit and an even better place to live. Here's a look at just a few of the things you can experience here. If you'd like to find your inner otter in Battle Lake, visit ottertaillakescountry.com.